Up with it, girl. Rock
Hey guys, so welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a video. Sorry if you're gonna hear the AC that comes in and out, because guess what? You can tell by the background, I'm at work and I've been working like this for a couple of days non-stop, so it's kind of hard for me to make a video. I decided to change things up until my schedule get back on track. What I'm gonna do on this channel is I'm gonna do weekly uploads for the episodes instead of making a video for each episode, because it's just not gonna happen for me right now. So I have my notes here and it's a lot, so I'm gonna just try to make this video not 30 minutes. I'm gonna try to make it like 17. So go ahead and take your, you know, your wine, your tea, whatever, if you enjoy these episodes. Let's start off with Tuesday episode that launched on the 3rd, 2018. We have Curtis and Nina, which I thought was a really good scene because I've been waiting for it. Okay, Nina calls Curtis to Kelly's, okay, and he comes over and she tells him that she does not trust Peter and she wants him to look into Peter, everything from the head down to the head, whatever. She wants to know it all, and I'm glad that Nina took charge, because gosh, this storyline is getting on my last damn nerve, okay? I'm tired of daggone Peter. You know, everybody know he's Henrik or whatever his damn name. Not everybody knows, but damn, we know. The viewers know. Damn, why can't these people get it together? Anna is working on this with Jason and she can't get it together. I mean, they're looking for this guy and he's just right there in Port Charles working at Drew's business. Like, bruh, I'm just over this. Like, let's move on. Please find out, Nina. Please find out. Another thing that I liked about this scene was that Curtis did not judge Nina. You know, he believed whatever she believed and he's gonna work with her. I love their friendship. I want more scenes with Curtis, okay? Then move on with Anna and Andrew that day. I don't know why they're not together. Like, we knew that they had like a little thing going on back in the day where they, you know, they're dancing and they end up kissing. But they really have good chemistry. I think that they just need to be together. I don't understand why the writers didn't make that happen, but they end up being really good friends. This is someone that Anna could be herself with. With Finn and her, it's, I don't know, she can't even tell Finn how she really feels, and that's a problem for me. You know, I don't mind the love triangle that they're trying to create with Alexis, Finn, and Anna, but it really doesn't make no daggone sense, because we all know that Finn really wants to be with Anna, Anna really wants to be with Finn, and come on, let's just make it happen. But anyway, Andrew asked Anna about, you know, how would she feel if Jason, you know, killed Henrik, and she said that, you know, she does understand, but I feel like put Anna and Jason in that situation, Anna is not gonna let that happen. She's just not gonna let that happen. I don't want to see Jason harm Anna or, you know, do anything to hurt Anna, which I don't think he would, but it's just like, you know, for Jason and Robin history to remain intact, I feel like I don't think they need to be working together. I don't think she needs to be working with Jason for all people. Like, I don't know, that storyline right there just get me so worried. I don't know if y'all feel the same way. Comment below. He could have did the right thing and he didn't. He kept Jason away from his family for 5 years. Now, going on to what his excuse was about why he did that. When Griffin went to Peter's workplace, y'all, this is what I was trying to tell y'all about Griffin. I was hoping he would be smart enough to do things the smart way, because we don't know what Henrik or Peter, the same person, we don't know what Peter is you know, is all about. We know that his father was crazy, but I know and I see from, you know, future episode that I'm gonna talk about soon enough that Peter does have some crazy ass streak in him, especially when he was with Faison in the hospital at that last minute, the last day. I think, you know, he gave his father a little heart attack and killed him, whatever. The way he acts, he's crazy just like his papa. He is crazy just like his papa. So I don't know why Griffin wouldn't be smart and just, you know, protect himself and just go to Sonny or Jason or Anna, especially Anna. He overheard Jason and Anna talking about, you know, taking out Peter or taking out Henrik taking out Henrik. That's what he overheard. And he freaked out and went straight to Peter's office, you know, because he could have been killed. He could have been, I mean, Peter could have did anything to Griffin at that time. He could have killed him. He could have did anything, and he just didn't think about it. And I just was like, what? This guy is stupid. But anyways, Henrik said that the reason why he kept Jason and didn't, you know, turn him in to his family is because Jason was weak at the time. He was weak at the time. What he, you know, he needed to get better, and they would have got caught, and then they will be in Faison's fate. Like, you know, so I do understand that he was afraid of his father. But when Jason did get better, he could have did better. He didn't. What he did was drug Jason. He drugged him with what is it, horse medication to keep him down, to keep him asleep. That's what we heard. We don't know what Jason been up to for 5 years, okay, because Jason can't remember no 5 years. He remembers 6 months. Anything could have happened there. And then we have Maxie at the police station, and I thought this was a necessary scene because she finally goes to the police station from, you know, since the situation happened with her husband, Nathan. And she sat at his desk, but she went there because they had a service, Ned and Jordan had a service for Nathan. But the whole thing about the scene was her meeting Chase, okay? My thing is, Maxie does not need to be with anybody but herself right now. And I don't think the writers are going to put her with anyone. But I do feel like, you know, they're trying to introduce her to Chase. He is a really cute guy, but I don't see Maxie with anyone right now but Nathan. So she needs to take care of herself, you know, to move on with her life. Then we have Elizabeth and Franco, and I'm so proud of Elizabeth in this episode. I'm so proud of Elizabeth. She put her foot down with Franco. Like, she asked Franco, did he make that appointment with Dr. Collins, and he said no. He just don't know if he gonna do it, but he gonna do it, whatever his excuse was. Elizabeth was like, listen, I'm not doing this with you. It's either you find out or you don't find out, you know, but I'm not doing this with you. And she just, you know, let him know what's popping, because if you don't do it, we ain't gonna be together. You ain't gonna come home. She walks out and Mr. Collins walk in and they make that damn appointment. You damn right. You damn right, Franco. I just wish Elizabeth would put her foot down with Sam, put her foot down with Jason, put her foot down with Sonny and Cardi, because those freaking little gang members over there, okay, are getting on my last nerves, okay, because they're all bullies. Let's move on to this episode, okay? Then we have Jason and Finn. Jason goes to the hospital to talk to Finn about if he's seen anything unusual or if he knows anything about what happened the night Faison was killed or died, or what the hell, died, let's say died, because they think he just died. And Finn was like, the only thing I remember is you being in the hospital room with him. You're the last person that been in the hospital room with him. So Finn is just trying to protect Anna. You know, he doesn't know what Jason is trying to do. So he's like making it clear that, remember, what I saw was you in the hospital room with, you know, with Faison, and he had to tell him to leave. And Jason was like, well, you know, this is not for Anna. He's not trying to, you know, point anything at Anna. He's just trying to find out some information. So, you know, and that was really cute. That was really cute that even though Finn is not with Anna, he's protecting her, because we all know that he really wants to be with her. Then we have Elizabeth and Jason, and the internet went crazy because of their little scene together. And let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this. Anytime Jason have a scene with Elizabeth, Jason fans going damn crazy, like calling this girl all kind of names. And I can understand, you know, you call the character all kind of names, but when you take it out to the point where you go on this girl's Twitter, you go on this girl's Instagram, she doesn't even post on Instagram anymore. And I could understand why, because if you guys support Sam and Jason so much, but yet you went on Kelly's damn page and threatened Billy Miller the job, she had to stand up for Billy because he don't got Instagram. And do you blame this man? He don't want to be part of that daggone that world, that bullying world, okay? You go on this girl's Instagram and bully her, even though you support Sam, but you go ahead and, you know, threaten her co-star's job, talking about he was sexually groping her or something like that. and she had to set y'all straight. This is J-Sam fans, and the reason why I know it's J-Sam fans because y'all was attacking Billy Miller. Why would DreAmGh attack Billy Miller? Why? It gotta be J-Sam because they're trying to get him out of the way so Jason could be Sam's love interest again. Y'all will go to the stars just so Billy wouldn't be on the show anymore. But you guys gotta understand, there's a reason why Billy is there, okay? He won 3 Grammys, probably gonna win his 4th for being Jason Morgan. And let me tell you something, he probably will win that damn award because guess what? His fan base is larger than everybody on that damn show. But it will be sad if Billy Miller wins this award playing his character. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Jason Morgan is played by Steve Burton. But anyway, that's all I gotta say for that because that's a lot to say. A lot to say. So she have her little scene with Jason and everybody is having a fit. I feel like, so what if Elizabeth want to tell Jason about her damn lipstick? So what if she want to tell Jason she baked a cake, baked some muffins? So what if she want to tell Jason about Franco and they broke up and he moved out? So what? I feel like they know each other for so long, she is comfortable of telling him anything and to know his feedback. When Elizabeth goes to Jason, it makes sense to me. That's how Jason and Elizabeth's friendship has always been, and you J-Sam fans probably won't ever understand that, but this is not something that happened now. This is something that happens all the time through when they were young, when they were kids together. This is just something that always took place. Even when she was with Lucky at the time, she just always went back and talked to Jason about whatever is happening. So this doesn't shock me if you are a Liz or a GH writer from way back. But if you're not a GH writer from way back, it might get on your nerves. Yeah, it might. Of course, Jason don't want to hear about Franco. He really doesn't. He can't stand that Elizabeth love Franco, but I'm glad she's thrown this in his face because Jason made a lot of mistakes with her, and she finally has somebody who really wants to be with her for her, that truly loves her and care about her and don't want to hurt her. Yeah, Elizabeth, tell him everything, girl. Tell him everything. Follow his ass down the block and still talk to him even if he don't want to hear it, girl. Then we moving on to Anna and Finn, which was the most awkward conversation I've ever heard between them. I feel like they just need to say it. Like, you want me, I want you. Let's just be together. So that's what happened in Tuesday episode. So now let's move on to April 4th. Wednesday episode. Wednesday episode starts off with Mike and Sonny. Now, we all know that Mike have Alzheimer's, and with their relationship, I feel like Mike always been there, but Sonny just never knew it. Like, Mike always stayed there and watched over his son, like watched him as he grew up, but Sonny thinks that Mike was long gone and he never was there when he was a child. But things are coming out now. Mike's seen everything that what Sonny was all about. Sonny has a secret, and Mike knows this secret about something that happened in the fields in this episode. But he lied to Michael about not knowing what Mike was talking about. But anyways, before that, Mike had a breakdown about his parents. He thought that he was still a child and that his parents is waiting for him. And he was like, I have to, go to my parents. I have to go to my parents. And I just felt so sad for Mike, I'm telling you. But Sonny lost it with his father again. So we got Nell, crazy ass, and she's gone completely insane. I'm just ready for Jason to catch Nell in her act and shake her up a little bit to scare her. I don't think that Nell is going to die by Jason's hand. I don't know about Carly's hands, but I'm just ready for all of that. In this episode, I'm ready for Nell to just get caught. Ava is playing the good girl right now, and I know it's not gonna last. It's just not going to last at all because this is not Ava's character. She's trying to be good because of Griffin, but we all know a relationship that is built on lies is gonna fall. It's always gonna fall. So this is just temporary when it comes to Ava being good, okay? So the reason why I say that is because Ava just couldn't wait for Griffin to go into the bathroom and take a shower so she could go into his daggone belongings and look for that envelope that has the answers about Henrik, and Peter and Henrik being the same person, and Peter is you know, Faison's son. So now Ava knows the secret. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I really don't know. Griffin, on the other hand, when he was with Peter and they were talking, I really fear that, you know, Griffin is gonna be in danger. Like, Peter is gonna take Griffin out if he has to, because if he say anything, he's gonna take him out before he even say something, if that makes sense. All right, y'all, so we have Jimmy's crazy ass that came back in today's episode. Okay, he came back, and he's in the hospital, guys. He's in the hospital acting like a fool, putting on, you know, freaking hospital jackets, you know, acting like he's a doctor. I mean, Jimmy, and why he's really in there. I don't know if he's there for Franco or he's there for Betsy, but you know, he's in the hospital, okay? And I'm just ready. I'm just ready for his ass. We know Jimmy's gonna be, his ass gonna be beat. Like, we know that what's going to happen to Jimmy, but I just want this storyline to just go a little bit slow. I don't want them to take him out. I feel like Drew is probably going to take him out, but there's a spoiler that Jimmy is going to probably shoot Drew. Listen, I hope that's not true. I really do, okay? But I feel like Jimmy should have stayed far away. He was fine. No one could have found him, like, bruh. So we have Franco with Dr. Collins, and I'm telling you, this scene is getting closer and closer to what happened to Franco. So he's working with Dr. Collins to go under, to find out what happened with him when he was a kid, to remember what happened with him and Drew, and if he did push Drew down that stairs, which we know by now that, damn, yo, he didn't do it. He did not do it. So now those are the only things that I want to talk about on Wednesday. So we're gonna move on to is this Thursday? Yeah. So we're gonna move on to Thursday episode, which started off with Liz and Jake is in the parking lot, and here comes Drew, and I found it to be so cute because this kind of reminded me of when Elizabeth and you know, Drew was together, and they look like that family. Okay, so anyways, so he walks up to her and he tells her that he's here to see Betsy, and he's trying to get some information. Hopefully she will open up to him more than she opened up to Franco. And Elizabeth said, you know, because her story has been going back and forth, she's not in the right mind, or what the case may be. You know, Liz is like really surprised and really like so proud of Drew, and she reminds him about, you know, everything that he's going through. And so he's like, well, you heard about Sam? And she's like, yeah, I heard about Sam. She's like, you know, when I lied to you, I did not want you to feel that pain that I put you through. And something that made me realize that, you know, I'm not going to say that Drew and Elizabeth is going back together, because I really don't think so. I feel like they got to a point where they could be friends and they could understand each other. I don't see like a romantic thing going on with them, but he told her that, you know, what it's in the past, it's okay, you know, they're good and there will always be, and they're going to stay good. When it comes to Sam, he does not want a wife that is in love with another person. And I feel like, wow, in that line alone, they made Drew like the strongest man on GH, like stronger than Jax, stronger than Sonny, stronger than Jason, stronger than everyone on that damn show. They made Drew, and they must, right? They made Drew the most wanted man on GH. But I do say connection, especially at the very end of their conversation, where Elizabeth says, I know you're at a down patch right now, but I know you will find happiness in the end. And Jake looks up at Drew and Drew looks down at Jake, and they're sharing this moment, like, hey, between, you know, like Elizabeth is there, Jake is in the middle, and Drew. It was like, it's kind of weird. So I don't know if the writers are putting that together, or I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But Kim is a possibility, and I'm gonna get into that further in this conversation, in this thing right here. So let's move on to Franco, because I really haven't talked about him in this episode. So Franco is at the hospital with Dr. Collins trying to figure out what happened to him when he was younger. Franco went under and he's starting to remember exactly what happened with Jimmy, but he's having a hard time trying to find out what happened before Drew went down those stairs. So we all know by even watching this, it's like we know what's going on. And I can't even say it, guys. Jimmy actually sexual assaulted Franco, and Franco was trying to protect Andrew when he put him in the basement. And I think that Jimmy is the one that pushed Drew down the stairs, unfortunately. And it's crazy. It's just crazy, and it makes me sick to my stomach even thinking about this. But you know, let's go on. Going back to Kim now. Let's go back to Kim and Drew, honey. Let's go back to Kim and Drew, because Jocelyn and Oscar is at Kelly's talking about Kim and what happened at the apartment when, you know, Drew came over, you know, with the black eyes. Oscar was telling Jocelyn about what happened. You know, Drew came over and he told him that, you know, Sam and him broke up. Now Jocelyn asked Oscar, what did Kim do? And Oscar said she served ice cream. Just like that. It was just it was just so crazy. She served ice cream. Like, bruh, we know that there was a spoiler going around that Kim and Drew might get together. I don't think that Drew is gonna go into a relationship that fast. I don't think it's in his character to ever cheat on his wife. He did kiss Sam when he was still with Elizabeth, but that was with the very end of Elizabeth and Drew's relationship. Now, there's a spoiler going around that Drew might sleep with Kim. I don't think that's going to happen. I really just don't. I think maybe it's going to be like a connection going on and something like that. But I don't think Drew is going to go anywhere near Kim like that until everything else is cleared up in his life with Sam. Now, then, y'all, we have this creepy Doctor and Kiki situation, and I feel so bad for Kiki. I really do, but I love the way that she is strong, and she's letting him know that she does not like him. She never looked at him like that. When a girl is rejecting, let's say this, when a girl is rejecting a guy that she does not like, he always comes up with the conclusion of, well, you made it seem like you were interested, or, oh, I must have been reading you wrong. Because he is getting rejected. A real man that has confidence in himself be like, oh, I'm sorry, no, my bad, you know, and move on. But a guy who doesn't get girls like that always make it look like it was your fault, you did this, you made it look like that. So my thing with Kiki is, I want her to tell somebody ASAP. Tell somebody ASAP, girl. Like, for real, get this guy out of there. This guy out of there. If he's doing it to you, I'm sure he's doing it to somebody else in that damn hospital. And I think that's the storyline that they're gonna go to, okay? We have Kim and Julian. Finally, Kim and Julian in this episode on freaking, what is this? Thursday episode? Thursday, March 5th. Okay. So we have them. And I'm over it already. I know this ain't gonna last. Julian and Kim is not going to last. I mean, they have an understanding, but I mean, other than the understanding that they're not in it for a relationship, and then she went and told Julian how she really feel about Drew, like how she really felt about Drew, and that was that she have never loved somebody more than how she loved Drew. And now that conversation makes a play for the next episode that I'm going to talk about, which is March 6th, the episode that launched on March 6th. Y'all, this is really happening. This is really happening with Kim. Kim is really going at, well, she ain't going after Drew yet, but her feelings is really coming out, and this is all because of Sam and her crazy ass decision. But we got another spoiler that's coming out, and it's like Sam made her decision, and it ain't J Sam, okay? Sorry guys, ain't J Sam, because if it was, they wouldn't have been lining up with Kim and Drew. if Sam was gonna pick Jason, this storyline with Kim and Drew would never been into play. It would be like Drew would be going crazy for her, or you know, can't think without her. But as we see, Drew is fine. He's moving on with his damn life. He is strong as ever. Like, bruh, this boy is strong. He's not even thinking about Sam right now. He's thinking about his past, his life, and he's trying to get his stuff together. I feel bad for Sam. It could have been her and Drew, but she got a lot to fight for. She got a lot to fight for when she comes back. She got a lot to fight for. I really do think she's gonna pick Dream because, okay, I'm not gonna say Team Dream because I don't want to be so, you know, heartless. But I think she's gonna pick Drew because of how the storyline is adding up. Kim is gonna come out with her feelings, just like Oscar. Well, that's the next episode. Let me go to the next episode, y'all. Let me go to the next episode. So, this episode is the last episode, which is April 6th, okay? So we have Kim and Oscar is pushing his mother. Just like how Danny pushed Jason and Sam together in that daggone bed, and all the Jason families going, wow, yeah, we gotta see, go Danny, go Danny, go Danny. Okay, well, we got a teenager, Oscar, pushing Kim to Drew, guys. Bruh, and I'm sitting there, and Kim is just like, she don't want to hear this. You know, Oscar's like, it was the best feeling ever. It was just so easy for them three to be together. Like, it felt right. It felt right. That's what he said. It felt right, guys. I was like, Oscar, stop it. Stop it. Stop gassing up your mama's head. So anyways, because Kim confessed her love to Julian in the last episode. She confessed her love. Oscar overheard everything, and he wants his mother to know that, I know, Mom, I know you still love Drew. And I think the person that you should be telling is not Julian. You should be telling Drew how you really feel. Now, Oscar said, well, Drew left something with us or whatever. I don't know what the line was, but Kim said, yeah, he did. He left you. And he was like, no, he also left something else. He left a CD that you can't throw away. So Oscar picked up the garbage bag and said, okay, if you want to recycle it so bad, throw it in the garbage, Kim. Throw it in the garbage. Kim sat there and Kim didn't throw that shit in the garbage, okay? She couldn't throw the daggone CD. And all now we can't even hear the CD. I want to hear the damn CD. What's on the CD? So anyway. That whole scene is emotional, guys. That whole damn scene is emotional. But that spoiler is true. So Kim is going for Drew. She's gonna be going for Drew, because at the end of everything, when she told Oscar to go to the bedroom, go to sleep or whatever, go get some rest, that's her ass is in the living room listening to the CD that Drew made when he was, you know, that Drew that she remembered. Her thing is that Drew is not the same person that she fell in love with. He's a totally different guy. He doesn't remember his memories with her. He doesn't remember her. But when Drew came back as Jason, Sam was like the same kind of person. Like, Sam was Kim back then. Sam said the same thing, like, oh, I could never be with, you know, Jason because this Jason doesn't remember our past, our memories, our this and our that. But that still didn't stop Sam from trying to be with him, right? So, I don't know. Sam needs to get her shit together and come back home. We all know what's gonna happen, okay? So I hope to God something don't happen between Drew and Kim. Maybe it's gonna be a kiss or something like that, and Sam is gonna try to get her man back. But girl, Drew already made up his little mind about moving on with his life. So she has to work twice as hard to get her man back, not only from Kim but his trust. She has to work to get his trust back. Even if Sam comes back and say, well, I trust, you know, I made a decision, I want to be with you, you're the only man I want to be with, he's not going to believe it so easily. He's probably going to push her away, deny her at first, guys. Let's be prepared for all of that, okay? Dream, let's be prepared for Drew pushing Sam away, okay? Then we have Nell's crazy ass, and you know what? I always say Nell's crazy ass, but I'm just so damn happy right now, because in this episode Carly got on my last damn nerve. So whatever Nell got in store for Carly, I'm just so damn unhappy. Okay, I'm happy. She goes back to the house that, you know, I guess Morgan used to live into and Carly used to live with Jax back in the day, before she got with Sonny permanently. I just hope that when this hit the fan with Nell, that she doesn't take Ava down with her, because Ava is probably going to be the one that to kill Nell's ass, okay? Because Ava does everything and everything to protect herself, okay? So yeah, and it's working right now. I thought Nell was going to get caught when she was trying to get out of that house, but she made it out. But damn, this girl's supposed to be home taking her damn pregnancy pills, taking care of her baby, but she pregnant out doing all this to Carly. She crazy. Nell is crazy, y'all. She crazy. We are gonna talk about Elizabeth and Jake's scene. Now I'm gonna talk about Jake. I'm sure I already said it. This is the most youngest talented actor on GH right now, and I'm glad that they decided to give him more screenplay, because this scene with Elizabeth and Jake, and when Jimmy came into play, put a gun beside Elizabeth, he put a gun in Elizabeth's bag and told her to get in the car with Jake. I felt like, oh my god, I was just like crunching the whole time, like please, please Lord, do not let Elizabeth get shot, do not let Jake get shot, because he's such a big part of the story. But the scene with Elizabeth and Jake and their connection to mother and son, you know, it was beautiful. How she said, you know, when Jimmy told him to get in the car and he was like, you know, following his mom, and he was like, but you know, at school they told us not to get in the car with strangers, you know, that's what they teach us at school. And she was like, do you trust me? And he was like, yes mom. And are you gonna she was like, if I tell you to go in the car, you're gonna go in the car. Whatever I tell you, you're gonna do it. And he was like, yes mom. Oh, that's so cute. And then she was like, run baby, and he ran. But then Jake came back. Jake came back and said, get away from my mom. You know, it was just so cute. And the most compelling part is when a mother has to protect her child, not caring about herself or her well-being. Becky really played the role of Elizabeth taking charge to protect her son, even though she can, you know, be harmed, be killed by Jimmy. One point the gun was in Elizabeth's stomach. I swear I saw the gun in her stomach, and I swear to God I thought Jim was gonna kill Elizabeth. But I was so happy that didn't happen, guys. I was so happy. Elizabeth fell to the floor, and then of course Jake, you know, ran to her rescue. And then Franco came out and saw Jake and Elizabeth on the floor, and Jimmy standing over them with a gun and telling them to get in the car. And then he sees Franco. You see what you did, Bobby? You see what you did? This is all your fault. Like, bruh, are you really serious right now? So he does that, and then Franco stood there and was frozen for a minute. But as soon as Jimmy touched Jake's shoulder, my God, Franco ran in there charging, okay? Beating Jimmy's ass. I mean, at this point Drew should have shown Franco, you know, some moves or whatnot. It's time for Drew to show Franco how to beat somebody's ass, okay, and knock him out, because Franco had a hard time punching Jimmy in the face and it really hurt his hand. But anyways, going back, so Franco take charge, and then Elizabeth and Jake runs back into the hospital. And that's where they saw Drew and Dr. Collins and told them exactly what's going on. Elizabeth wanted Jake to stay with Dr. Collins because he's been affected to seeing all this with a man with a gun. And then Drew and her will go back to save Franco, because she doesn't know what the hell is going on. At this point, I'm sure at this point she thought Franco was going to kill, you know, Jimmy. And I really thought so too. But then at the last punch, when you see Franco fighting Jimmy, I knew something was gonna happen. I knew it wasn't gonna end in our favor. Yo, I'm back. My camera died. Where was I? Elizabeth left Jake with Dr. Collins, and then she and Drew went back to see if they could find Franco. When they went back to the garage, to the parking lot, Franco was nowhere to be found. Elizabeth's car is, I don't know if her car is gone. Yeah, her car is gone. Franco is gone and Jimmy is gone. So how did he even get her keys? I guess he had her keys when they were struggling before, but they're gone. But I'm glad that she's with Drew now. I feel like I really do want her and Drew to team up and go after Franco. I think that really makes more sense than anybody else to find Franco at this point. This is why I can't stand Carly. Carly. As soon as she get a chance to talk to Jason, what is she talking to Jason about? She's talking to Jason about what happened between him and Samantha. Now, Samantha is not even divorced yet, and Carly is just pumping Jason up to go after this girl, to be ready for her to come back to him. And we all, at least Jason knows that might not be the case, but Jason, his thing is, as long as Samantha don't go back to Drew, he'll be fine with it. My thing is with exes always have something to say about the present person in your life, because they know better, right? My thing is, the reason why you are ex is for a reason. Now, I know Jason's situation, he died, blah blah zay, but we all have to remember, before he died, that's when Sam and him just got back together, okay? If he didn't die, I'm sure it was going to be more things, more situation come into play where Sam and him break up again, he goes back to Elizabeth. Like, let's just face it, y'all. Let's just face it, okay? Jason needs to wake the hell up. Wake the hell up, Jason. I'm sick and tired of telling you the truth, but you need to wake up. I hate when I'm doing something and people looking at me like, bruh, it is not about you. But Carly is, you know, propping him up and telling him, well, when Sam comes back from her clarity and comes back to you, I want you to tell me I told you so. Now, a lot of fans are going to be crying because the spoilers is not for J-Sam favorites, okay? It's not for they're in their favor right now. And yes, they have a scene coming up, a hotel scene, but it is not good news. And this is why I'm so happy about Nell doing what she's doing to Carly, because Carly is in everybody else's business but her own. Right now, girl, you need to be figuring out what Nell is doing. What's this haunting stuff? What's this stuff happening with Morgan? That's what you need to be figuring out. You over here messing up people's relationship. And another thing that I want to point out, another thing that got me all messed up, and I gotta take my glasses off for this one. I have to take my glasses off, okay? How the hell does Jason know what Drew do to her? Like, he said that as long as Drew doesn't end up with Sam, he'll be okay with that, because Drew let her feel small, doubt herself, wait for his input. Okay, I'm gonna say this on camera, and I want everyone to understand what I'm saying. A man doesn't take away your identity. You do. That's why it's so important for a woman to get to know who she is as a person. And this is for everybody. Some people are lucky enough to know who they are before they could get into a relationship. Some people are lucky enough to go through that before they jump into a relationship. Other people are not so lucky. That's all they know is relationships. A man cannot let you doubt yourself. A man cannot make you feel scared or fearful. A man doesn't do this to you. You do this to you. You do this to you. So I do not agree with anything that Jason said in that episode. In this episode, I do not agree with him. What? So you're telling me you make Sam strong, you make Sam fearless, you make Sam don't doubt herself, you make Sam do all of this? Maybe you just never gave Sam a chance to do what she needs to do. Maybe I do not agree with that, because as a strong woman as I am, I'm a very strong woman. I do not let anyone tell me how to run my life. Okay, I make my own decisions. I see it a lot with other females, okay? they're in a relationship and they lose themselves. They mimic themselves to be that other person, okay? Just like if you have a best friend and you don't know yourself, but you want to wear what your best friend want to wear because you don't know what to wear, because you don't know who you are. You want the same car as your best friend. You want the same job as your best friend because you don't know who you are as a person. So this is not, and I will stand by this and say this forever. This is not Drew's fault, the way Sam is acting. If she chooses to doubt herself, that's something that she has to deal with within her. If she chooses to be fearless or fearful to make a decision, that's something Sam has to deal with within her character. It's in her, the person that she is. A lot of people are on the internet talking about, oh yeah, you know, Sam have really changed. Sam has this, Sam has that. Okay, maybe, have you guys ever took the time to even think maybe Sam has something to live for now? Before, when she was with Jason, it was just her and Jason. She really didn't have anything to live for until she had Danny, okay? And she was willing to sacrifice her relationship because Jason didn't accept her son, okay? Sam has 2 children now. 2 children. Sam has so much to live for. She cannot live for herself anymore. She has to live for her children so they could be okay. But she has to be happy so they could be happy, okay? Now, if Drew was the kind of character that was putting down Sam and make her think that she's not making the right decision, or whatever decision that she makes, it's just not right. If he was abusing her like that, I'll be like, oh yeah, Jason is definitely right. But me as a viewer watching this episode and watching many episodes with Sam and Drew, you know, I never seen Drew made Sam feel like she never made a good decision. I seen a person that always stand by her even when she was sick and she was, you know, seeing things. A man could just walk away and be like, oh no, this is too much for me. This girl going cuckoo for Cuckoo Pops. I don't know, this is just too much for me. But he stayed with her, helped her, hold her hand, and went through everything with her. That's something that Jason wasn't there for, unfortunately, because he was in Russia at the time doing God knows what. And yeah guys, if you have any comments, please leave them below. I know this video is long. I'm gonna try to edit it and make it be as short as possible. But remember to like and to subscribe to this channel so we could go ahead and hit 200 subscribers. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets.